Yo, and we have another video, and this time it's me reacting to Crazy Latina. Yeah, she don't like black folks. So we're gonna see what she has to say.
I get asked a ton is if I would ever date an African American man or if I ever been with one. And my answer is it's not for me. Unfortunately, it's not for me. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. It's not.
What does that mean?
How can you know something's not for you if you haven't tried it? Doesn't make any sense. Woman, make sense. It's not for me. How can you just say it's not for me if you haven't tried it? Like me saying, I don't like chocolate milkshake. But have you tried it? No. It's not for me. Make sense, please.
Either you have been or you haven't. And she said it's not for me. So I'm assuming that she has, and maybe she had a bad experience.
And I'm going to give you guys the point of view from a guy's point of view.
Simple that, yeah. Let's say you had a bad experience. Don't say it's not for you. So you actually, the way she talks as if she's never had an experience with a black person. You know, it's not for me. So just say the experience I had wasn't so good.
Towards African American women, because I've done my research.
Point of view?
I've asked a ton of men about this, and they all come back to
She asked a ton of men. This doesn't make any sense. Is this woman trans or something?
me with the same response. Okay, and I don't really hate for you guys to be in the dark about this. I want you guys to know why it is. And
What does she mean she asked a bunch of guys about this? I'm confused.
Why would you be a woman asking a bunch of men? You answer a bunch of women if they had the same experience, not a bunch of men. That's why I said, is this person trans? Something like that? Come on.
we avoid it. And why African American are the least desirable to date in the whole US. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so listen up. First reason is because you guys carry a very strong odor, a smell, a very strong.
The order of the day is order. We carry orders. What would you like to order from black folks? What would you want to order from a black man?
She doesn't, she's not pronouncing her words correctly. She says order. She didn't say odor, she said order.
First reason is because you guys carry a very strong odor, a smell.
Imagine not being able to speak properly. Order, odor, the different words. Order, order. Imagine she wants to order something from a menu, and she's like, I want to order something. I want to order something. Order? I mean, what do you mean? You want to order something? Order. I want that link spray.
A very strong smell. And I'm not saying because you guys don't shower, you guys are nasty. It's because you guys just carry this really unique smell. And you guys probably don't notice it and you guys can't smell it because you guys grew up that way. But
I don't know how anyone can have a unique smell. Because, like, I'm just saying, like, imagine a baby. You was born as a baby. You can't have a unique smell as a baby, right? Unless it's baby poop. And you have a shower and you just have a smell after you have a shower. This woman has a nose like a dog.
us, on the other hand, we notice that smell right away.
Who was us?
And let me tell you guys, it's not pleasant. I'm sorry.
Who is us? Who is this us?
It's not a pleasant smell.
All right, so let me ask a couple different questions, and I want to know it from you guys in the chat. One of them I already know the answer to. The second one, maybe I don't know. It's the melanated skin that is producing this order. Maybe it's cultural, maybe it's the foods that you eat. Who knows?
This guy must be jokes as well, because he's laughing at the lady and he's saying order, not older. So he's sitting down there, he's taking the piss out of this lady.
I know that different cultures had different things that they embrace, and maybe that they fry their foods in or something, and it makes them give them a smell, whatever. So here's my first question.
This woman says it's not because they don't shower, it's not because they don't use perfume. They just have a natural stink. So we need to wonder where this woman's coming from when she's saying that black folks have a natural stink. That don't make no sense.
First question is, what is this odor? And is this standard amongst most black people. All right. The second question is, where did she get this statistic that indicated that black men was the least desirable in the United States of America? I do not believe that, not even a little bit. I don't believe that.
Yo, this woman is telling lies. You could look at her face like, I want attention. I want it. We all know when it comes to really the least desirable, it's probably like Asian men. Mostly. From what I've seen out there when people talk about what type of guys they want to be with, very rarely you find someone like, hey, I want a Chinese guy. Very rarely.
Worldwide at all. By default, worldwide, the narrative, and I'm not saying that this is true either, is that Asian men are the least desirable and black women have historically been the least desirable. And I would even fight against that because I think is where you at. As a matter of fact, black women have always, in my opinion, especially physically, been the standard. And that's why you're seeing everybody starting to get BBL so that they can mimic the body of black women, which black women.
I think maybe it's the body of black women that people like. Not exactly the face. Maybe the body. So they're looking at certain features they would like to imitate, whether it be big lips or a big ass. And that's what they want to take and they adapt it into their own cultures. That's what I believe.
Women then mess up their own bodies. But my point is that I don't know about this smell. I've never heard of this. I've been around so many different cultures. I think that if you put some good soap, water, and have a halfway decent diet as far as what you put inside of your body, and you're not a smoker, and you don't hang around where it's a lot of fried foods, then I think that you'll be regular. You know what I'm saying? Soap, water, low.
It's got a point, man. It's like, look, I have to admit, yeah, there is certain people, I've been around them. Depend what you eat. It can come through the pores. Depending what you eat, and depending what you eat, you know, it can start to come out of you, giving you like a certain odor. But you know, I don't know. She looks like a decent woman. So I wonder what type of guys she be hanging around with, where they all have a stink. Maybe they've been doing all sorts of drugs. But when you start having that in your system, it comes out in your pores, comes out in your eyes, your teeth, your breath. So I'm wondering, you know, yeah, he's right. Half decent bath, some salt water, you know, and you're good. You're good to go. You ain't gonna come out smelling. But this woman claims that even after a bath, these black folks come out of the bath and there's their stink. So I'm wondering what the hell she was laying up with.
Lotion, brush your teeth, mouthwash, floss, water flosser, those type of things. I think you'll be okay, but it ain't no way in the world that you're gonna ever convince me. I wouldn't believe it in a million years. And I think that it's cool that she got her preference. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with her saying it's not for her or she prefers not to date black men. I don't think that that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, most guys don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because they going in every single way, fashion, form, any way that you can think of, they are going. And so there is never going to be a shortage of women. And more power to her. I think that anybody and everybody can choose to be with whoever they want to be with, or they can have a preference. There's some people that have preferences that's a little bit outsized, you know what I'm saying? And so they asking for a little bit much, but that's, again, they can still have their preference. There is no standard or rule that says that you have to only date this person or whatever. I've always hated the idea that people, say that that's what you have to do, that you can't marry a white woman or you can't marry a black woman if you're a white man or whatever. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. And so people need preferences. I'm not tripping off of the opinion that this is what she think is a standard throughout the United States of America. I'm calling bullshit all day long. All day long. I think that en masse, men in general are having trouble and problems with the liberalization of women in general inside of the United States of America. A lot of guys that, go and get wives and then they bring them back here, say that their girl has been Americanized as she adapt to the culture, and that's not necessarily a compliment. When we got all of these advocations for feminism and middle-aged women is turning more liberal than ever and stuff like that, all of that stuff plays a role. All of that stuff is impactful as far as the American culture. But men worldwide, black men, we the man no matter where we go. I'm keeping it 100. And again, I've traveled to plenty of countries.
Look, you have to give this woman what she's trying to do. This woman is trying to get some clout. There's no way she's been hanging around with black folks or black men and they all have a shower and they have a certain smell. So either one of the other two is that she's choosing guys that smell, or she ain't really been around a lot of black people. That's all it is. Because it doesn't make any sense that someone could just come out of the shower and just have a smell. But at the end of the day, it's the internet, and everyone is looking for a little bit of attention here and there. And this is what this woman wants, attention. She ain't really meaning what she's saying. So she got what she wanted, attention. Sometimes you can get too much of what you want, because you could offend people. You sit down there on your internet keyboard warrioring, and what happens is that you get an order of ass whooping. Order of ass whooping. And that's what I think this woman might get. She might offend someone here and then. They might see her on the street and be like, so do you think black folks smell? Because this has happened before. People have been on the internet running their mouths, and then when you see them in the real world, they run for the hills. The clout chasing's just over now. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm out.